Hey there, WCS 4th through 8th graders. It's Mrs. Patterson, the music teacher, and soon to be band director at WCS. I wanted to say hi. I hope you're having an awesome summer. And I know that it's just July, but we're going to be starting up school here in about 6 weeks. So I wanted to get some information out to you guys so you have a chance to get everything collected. We are going to have an instrumental music program at school this year, and we will be learning instruments like the clarinet and the flute. This is an extra thing on top of the normal music class that we already have 1.5 to 2 times a week. And so I wanted to let you guys know about it. If you are interested, I'm going to be sending out an email with a Google form that I would like for you to return and send back to me so I know how many students are planning to participate. This video is basically to tell you all the information that you're going to need about the equipment that you need so you can start collecting it. Band is an investment. This is an awesome opportunity for you to learn discipline of practicing an instrument every day, and also to help you to learn to be better music readers and to be better musicians in general. So let's jump right in. First of all, you're going to need an instrument. This here is a clarinet. They are very commonly found. There are other types of clarinets, but we just want the basic clarinet. This is called a B-flat soprano clarinet. And so you're going to need yourself an instrument, either a clarinet or just a regular flute. It could be a silver flute, it could be a gold flute, it could have closed holes or it could have open holes. It doesn't matter. The color is just the finish on it, and then whether it has open holes or closed holes doesn't really affect the sound. It might be easier for younger musicians to start with closed holes so that they don't have to worry about getting their fingers to cover everything. If you don't already have access to one of those instruments, I've got some of these flyers. I am partnering with Meyer Music in Blue Springs, Overland Park, and then they also have an office up in near Zona Rosa by the airport. But they are fantastic. I've worked with Meyer Music for many, many years. They were around when I was a student going through high school at William Chrisman, so they have a great track record. And they partner with the Warrensburg School District, so we're going to go through them as well. So I'll have these flyers for you in the office if you want to stop by there. I know they have the summer program going on for kiddos for daycare needs, and so you can stop in there anytime and pick up one of these flyers if you're interested, or you can just call Meyer Music. Just Google Meyer Music Blue Springs and they should pop up. It's meyermusic.com. That's their website. But if you are renting, it is a rent to own program through Meyer Music, and it's got all the information on the inside of this flyer. A clarinet or a flute, an open hole flute, is going to be $36 to $40 a month. A flute with closed holes is going to be $29 to $33 a month. And I believe that's for 36 months. If you do the math on that, that ends up being close to $1,000, which I understand is a huge investment, and that's for the lower end of those items. So if you look on Facebook Marketplace, I actually picked up my clarinets. My 2 sons are going to be in band with us this year. I picked up my clarinets from a wholesale distributor up near Zona Rosa as well, and I have her information. She is going to have flutes and clarinets, but she says she sells out really quickly, so if you want to get a hold of her, I will put her information in the document that I'm attaching to this video and to the email that I'm sending out to you as well. But you're going to need a flute or a clarinet. We're not doing brass and we're not doing percussion this year. We're not doing saxophone because of numbers. I don't know how many kiddos we're going to have that are interested in this program. So we're just going to start off with flutes and clarinets. It'll be small group private lessons. It does not cost you anything additional in order to send your child to band. It is free of charge, included in your tuition. I think we're going to be practicing on Fridays. I still need to get with Miss Jen about the schedule there to confirm everything, but we're talking about doing that on Fridays. Your student will need to take the instrument home and practice during the week, and you'll need to make sure that you're practicing at least 20 minutes, 3 to 4 days a week. And I'll have a chart for you to fill out to bring back to class on Fridays when I see you. There might be a couple of Thursdays just because I've got a couple things where I'm going to be out of town and I don't want to miss weeks, or if we're out of school on a Friday or it's an early out. But other than that, it's going to be every Friday. We'll have music class on Wednesdays and then every other Friday this year. So that's going to be a little bit different with their schedule. The other equipment that you need, you're going to need one of these books. You can find these books online. It's called Essential Elements for Band. You can see this is the flute book here. I've also got a clarinet book. And these run about $12.99. You might be able to find it cheaper on Amazon, but I got these from Meyer Music for $12.99. And this is going to be our textbook, so you will need to be responsible for purchasing this as well as your instrument. Let's see. In order to take care of your instrument, you need to have a cleaning care kit. This is a clarinet kit from Meyer Music. They have these already packaged up. This doesn't have everything that I wanted in it. This is just a generic clarinet kit. If you go to the Blue Springs store and you tell them that you are with Warrensburg Bands, they might have a different kit that has everything included, but it'll be a little bit more expensive. But these have 4 reeds in them, and for clarinet players, you have to have reeds. So this is something that you're going to be buying for the life of your instrument playing. So a reed is the part of the instrument that vibrates, and that's where the sound comes from. So you're going to go through these, especially as beginning band players. You're probably going to want to get a few more of these, but this starts you off with 4, and then I will have these for purchase in my classroom if you need to have some more so that you don't have to run up to Blue Springs all the time. There's actually a gentleman that comes once a week to Warrensburg to service instruments at the middle and high school, so I can get more reeds from him if I need to. But it starts you off with 4 reeds. They are, the brand that Meyer Music uses is called Van Doren. You can also purchase these online. Another brand that's very good is called Rico Reeds. It's spelled R-I-C-O, but Van Doren and Rico Reeds are the 2 that I'm most familiar with, and they are fantastic for beginners. You want a size 2.5. And then this kit also comes with a reed holder. So once you've taken the reeds out of the package, then you're going to need to store them somewhere. So this is a reed holder that comes with. It's also got a mouthpiece cleaning brush that you're going to use to scrub out that mouthpiece every once in a while. And then everybody has to have a pencil for every rehearsal in our class. This comes already sharpened in the cleaning care kit from Meyer Music. This kit comes, it costs about $21, $21.25 with plus tax. But it doesn't include everything that I would like for you to have. You're also going to need an instrument swab. There are different versions of this, especially for the clarinet, but this one in particular has a weight on a long strip, and you're going to feed that weight through the clarinet. You can see it there. It's kind of like a fishing weight. You're going to feed that through the clarinet, and then you're going to pull the rest of it through. It's like a handkerchief, and it cleans out all the condensation, spit, and things on the inside of your instrument before you put it away so that it doesn't get moldy or nasty, and you don't have to clean it out too much. This runs, I think, $15 for Meyer Music. And then the last thing that you're going to need is cork grease. The pieces on a clarinet are going to come apart every time you put it in its case. And as you can see, there's some cork along here. And you're going to want to grease those, because if you don't, then it doesn't create a nice solid, what am I trying to say? Oh, I just lost it. I'm so sorry. It doesn't create a nice solid core for the sound to move through, for the air to move through. You don't want to have extra leaks, is basically. So you need cork grease. I know it looks like it's just normal chapstick. It's just, that's how they package it. There are a couple different ways. You can get it in a little tub where you stick your finger in it and rub it all over. But this is how most of it's sold. Meyer Music sells this. It's $5. So all in for everything except for the instrument itself, for the cleaning kit, for the book, for the cleaning swab, and the cork grease at Meyer Music, I think I spent $53 plus tax. So that is an upfront investment. But these things you should be able to use over and over again. I still have my cleaning swab from when I was in high school. You can wash those, hand wash them, so that you can reuse it for years and years. So the only thing that you're going to go through quickly is these reeds. So you might even think about picking up a box of reeds just so that you never run out. You might wait until we get into playing a little bit, but that is one thing that you are definitely going to need. For a flute, I don't have a flute care kit. I'm not a flautist myself, but I have played one before, and it's very similar in fingerings to the clarinet. So you'll need a simple care kit for those. It'll come with a pencil, it'll come with a polishing cloth, and it might come with some key oil, because the keys on that flute are metal, and so they need to be oiled every once in a while. The clarinet, you can also pick that up. I've never really done that to my own personal instrument, but if you want to, you can. And I can show you or your student how to use that. So that is what you're going to need. We're going to be starting with band, hopefully the first week of school, definitely the first full week of school. So you will need to have an instrument by that date. I think school starts on the 19th, so you'll need your instrument either by August 21st or August 28th at the very latest. But I am going to be leaving these flyers from Meyer Music up at the office. I will also leave the handout that I'm going to email to you. And then in addition to that, I've also got these flashcards. This is a PDF that I am going to be mailing to you as well, so that you can practice reading note pitches on the staff. It has the notes on the staff, and then on the back side, this is the wrong one because that's the one on the back, but it'll have the letter name for what that note's name is. That way, when we come together for the first couple of times and I tell you, okay, we're going to be playing a G, and this is what it looks like on the staff, you already know what that looks like. So you can just put your fingers in the right position and then play that note. One last thing that you do need. I'm going to turn my phone around here for a second. This is my bedroom. It's the quietest room in the house right now. But this is a foldable music stand. If you rent your music instrument from Meyer Music, then they will provide you with one, I think as part of either the rental agreement or as part of your care package. But since I didn't go through Meyer Music, I had to buy one separately. I ordered this off of Amazon. I think it was $10 plus a little bit of tax. And so far it has held up really well. I got 2 of them because I have twins that are going to be joining us this year. So everything is double in our family. So I was trying to go for something less expensive, and so far it seems to work well. It's got a carrying case. It folds up really nicely so that the kids can carry it back and forth to school and home. The instruments will be they will be going home with the students so that they can practice. Like I said, I'll have that practice chart that you guys need to fill out for me. every week, and we'll be playing along with that. So I know this was a lot of information in just a few minutes. I tried to make it as short as possible, but unfortunately there's just a lot of information to get out to you. So I hope that you've been able to follow along through everything. And if you have questions, which you probably will, please send me an email at wcslpatterson@gmail.com. I will spell that out. WCS L as in Lindsay, PATTERSON @gmail.com. That's my school email. I have access to that every day, so I can check that and hopefully write you back within a few hours, give or take whatever's going on here at home. I think that's about it. I know you're going to have questions, so send me an email. I will be posting information for you at, I will send it through the email system on iGrade. And if we get closer to the end of this summer where we're getting ready for everything, then we'll probably be sending out some more announcements just to confirm, hey, we're setting up the schedule. We need to know how many kids are participating in band. So we'll probably call and confirm what you put down on the Google form, and to make sure that everybody is able to get an instrument. I will also include the lady's number and her Facebook name, so you can, or her marketplace listings, so you can look and see if she has any flutes or clarinets available if you are wanting to go that route as well. Those instruments do not have a guarantee. It is, I paid her in cash, and it's all up to me from now on. But they are nice wooden instruments. They have metal keys on them, which is what I would hope for. They're unbranded clarinets, so I don't know what the flutes would be like, but I did talk with her and I trust her. I think she would get us good instruments. So if that's the route that you need to go because of finances or whatever, or you don't want to make a payment plan or whatever to Myra Music, there's also the Vox box. I think it's in Marshall, Missouri. I've heard wonderful things about their instruments as well. You might check with them to see if they have any flutes or clarinets available. But each student is going to need their own instrument, so please don't think that you're going to be able to share with somebody. We're not going to do that. So I think that's everything. Everything that I wanted to tell you in this video. There will be more information as we get closer to the end of summer and then as band gets started. So I'm looking forward to hopefully teaching a bunch of you how to play clarinet and flute. I love playing in band. That's something that took me all kinds of places during my high school and college careers. And even if you're going into 8th grade, I wanted to make sure to say this, even if you're going into 8th grade, don't think it's too late, because we're just working, this is book 1, I should say, Essential Elements for Band, book 1. Book 2 and book 3 are different colors, so you want the yellow one. But don't think that it's too late. It's never too late for you to start an instrument, and we can work to get you caught up to where you might need to be to join the high school band the following school year. So please consider joining, and I look forward to seeing you all in August. Have a great rest of your summer. Thanks so much. Bye.